Well, it's just this natural process that's been happening ever since the last glaciation, where you actually have sea level, which initially the land rebounded, so you had sea levels that were almost 60 meters lower than they are now. And then ever since around probably 12,000 years ago, that has been reversing. And so we have had quite a bit of inundation. So as a result, there's almost no archaeological sites that are on the coast now that are older than 3,000 years. And we infer that all of them are either much further inland, which is what we are actually finding, or they're underwater. And that's been confirmed by some of the things that are coming up from scallop draggers, and people are finding artifacts that we know, well, we haven't directly dated them. When they're found in contexts elsewhere where we can date them, these are 7, 8, 9,000 year old objects. So on Minister's Island, there is one site that we found in 2018 that we have a radiocarbon date that's around 9,000 years ago. And at the time, that's on a shoreline that at the time suggests that this island was perhaps only a few hundred feet across. And so, and we found a total of 19 shorelines on the, counting the existing one on this island. And then there are obviously some that are probably inundated as well, that represent the sea level coming down over those last, that initial 3,000 or 4,000 years after deglaciation. So we do have inspectors. So this again, I mentioned this is a national provincial historic site. Most of that focus of that type of legislation is around stopping unintended development of these sites. That's what it's really focused on. It requires alteration permits, that kind of thing. There has always been a significant issue of what used to be called pot hunters or looters, and it is still an issue that we struggle with folks that will actually dig into these, and it's quite a different thing. Obviously, anything that's found in the intertidal zone under the Heritage Conservation Act, there's a requirement to report it, and the reason we try to do that is to preserve the information, but also the Heritage Conservation Act recognizes that any object that's found that's of Indigenous origin is actually the property of the Crown, but it's held in trust for First Nations.